Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and Bannock, and welcome to episode 7 of the Spike Nation Weekly Podcast. I'm your host, Jordan Campos, aka 40 Licks, and in today's episode, I'm joined by Spike member Saltesk, and we discuss the hard-hitting questions like, is Kate Upton really hot? Remember, you can find all this and more on the Spike Nation Weekly Podcast. Welcome, Spike members, to the Spike Nation Weekly Podcast. I'm joined here today with my very special guest, Saltesk.
Hello.
How you doing today, buddy?
Good, very good. Very drunk. Very drunk. Very drunk.
I know, right? This is like, we were talking for a little bit before this, but I think, how many porters are you down, my friend? I think we're in the double digits by now.
I'm, no. The porters, I'm on my fourth porter.
Modest. That's a modest, amount of porters.
But I'm also about 13 Coronas down.
Now, we're not talking about the Mexican guys who clean the bathrooms kind of porters, right? We're talking about the drinks?
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure you downed about 4 of those other porters, too.
Yeah, the cheap shitty beers and that's pretty much what I'm on.
so you're nice and toasty for the Spike Nation Weekly Podcast.
Yeah.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
At some point, I'm somewhere between needing to go to sleep and being so drunk that I can't go to sleep, but I might pass out.
You're so drunk that if you did fall asleep, there is a chance that you'd probably die.
Possibly.
So that's a good Spike Nation drunk, I'd say.
Yes, it's classic.
So Saltesk, I want to welcome you to the Spike Nation Weekly Podcast, the great entity known as it, and I wanted to thank you for joining us personally and lending your time. Because I don't think this podcast would have. I just want to let you guys know that I was down on my luck. I was in the gutters. I was sitting there and I was going, I don't think I want to do this Spike Nation Weekly Podcast anymore. I don't think I have it in me. But then Saltesk, you know what he did? He came up like a fucking volunteer at a soup kitchen. He hand-fed me like a fucking wounded animal. He nursed me from the teat and he brought me back from the depths of agony. And he dragged me out and he said, no, you have to do this podcast. You have to do it for you and for your family. And I said, you know what? You're right, Saltesk, but I need your help. And that's why he's joining us today. So I'm going to I don't care if anyone else does it, I'm going to give you a round of applause for joining me this week. I know I've said it again, but I really do appreciate it. So we talked quite a while before this about a couple interesting topics we wanted to bring up. And I think, well, first I want to get to know you a little bit more. No names. I'd rather, us have a sexual relationship without names. Saltesk. Mr. Salt. So, Salt, how did you discover Spike Nation or Spiked Humor? Or did it discover you? How did you find each other in the vastness of the internet between all the pedophile porn and brony porn? How did you find Spiked Humor?
That's the thing. When I found Spiked Humor, it was before
Humor.
It was before bronies ever even existed. Well before.
Oh, back in the day.
Way back
God,
into a time that time is forgotten.
Oh man.
I think it was when Torrent Spy was around, and that's when we were trying to. So what were you downloading on Torrent Spy? Come on. It was probably The Sims 2,
I mean, I don't know what game was that. It was
Probably.
It was probably Sims 2.
Yeah.
Or Sims 2 Pets or Nightlife. It was one of the expansion packs.
Probably that. 'Cause I mean, like.
You always buy the original game and you just download the expansion packs. That's the way to do it, kiddies.
Yeah. That's. Although I did the first Sims owned all the discs. Actually, no, I didn't. My sister did.
I downloaded a file on Kazaa and I did own most of the discs, but it was an all-in-one file. And I remember the Sims got almost unplayable when you got every expansion pack, because you would just start a new game, and you go through 20 minutes of them just giving you a fucking tutorial for each new expansion pack that came out.
Do you remember when you had to fucking, like, you uninstalled the Sims, and you had to install that shit again? And it was just like, load up the ISO or load up the disc. And
oh, yeah.
It would take...
And then getting a CD crack for each one.
Yeah, your entire goddamn day would be spent installing the Sims.
And then I have, like, I never tested for it, but I know I have dyslexia because I never enter in a serial number or code and write. That's why I love this new Xbox, that I buy a code and I just scan it with Kinect, because I can't fucking do this anymore. Because I've never once entered in a code for anything right the first time. I don't even think I've ever entered it right the second time either. You know, I would love to know the test on how many people get it right the first time. If you do, you're a fucking genius, because I cannot do it.
The only time you get it right the first time is when it's a fucking beta key, and then you just like must
I will tell
right.
you this. I will tell you this. I got into the Titanfall beta. I did not enter it.
You fuck up. You fucked up.
I fucked up. I had 3 beta keys. I don't know how. I had friends that couldn't get one. I got fucking 3 in the same email address. 3 different ones. Those shits were going, for the time, they were going for like almost $40 a pop on eBay. That was the first day the beta came out.
There you go.
I should have put that up. I sold my...
You sold them.
You ever hear that Heroes of Hearthstone, that new Blizzard game?
Yes.
I sold my beta key for $98.
Well, you've just bought the game.
Yeah, and it's a free fucking game. The guy couldn't wait, and they opened up the beta now.
Like, new Blizzard Heart. Oh no, it is. Yeah, it is a.
Yeah, it's a free to play game.
Yeah.
The guy paid $90 and was like happy about it. You know what? Good for him.
I got a festival. There's a festival happening on actually tomorrow. Got to go on to. It still hasn't sold out. And it's $180 Australian just to go to.
What happens at an Australian festival? What gets down there?
Just drinking. A lot of drinking.
Is it like Bonnaroo? Because I can imagine it's just like Bonnaroo.
It's Bonnaroo. I don't even know.
Bonnaroo's basically where people get high on ass. It's like Burning Man, but better, because Burning Man's like too fucking hippie-ish now. Like no one does Burning Man's like not. Burning Man's like not cool. Yeah, like Burning Man's not cool anymore. It's Bonnaroo. And trust me, I have friends that go there and it looks like fucking fun, but it's just hot fucking Tennessee desert and drugs.
That sounds like
which I'm cool with. It sounds like a really good time.
Heat sounds shitty for a festival. But that said, I mean, like, it was fucking 34 degrees today. 34 Celsius, which is...
Oh, yeah.
Goddamn.
And I definitely know what that is.
Yeah.
I can definitely translate that in my head.
Seriously.
Because they totally taught that to me in school.
Can you fucking Americans just switch over to the rest of the world and start,
like, literally, I'm not
and kilometers and shit?
I could not tell you what that is in degrees. And I only know that, I barely know when, water freezes here, what degree. I think it's 32, but I'm probably wrong. Some guy in the comments could be like, no, 40, you're a fucking idiot. It's definitely 28.
You know when water freezes in Celsius?
0.
0.
That's good measurement.
Yeah. It's like...
the most fucking... most prolific...
You know what? All this, 1 degree is like, well, it's a little bit too hot. We'll just go 0. That's when shit freezes. It's pretty easy. It's really 32.
I think you can all say fuck Calvin now.
Well, Calvin, I suppose, is the most scientific thing, but we'll never ever see that in weather reports. It's going to be 95 Kelvin today over the East Coast.
Unless we're Chris Hadfield from the International Space Station. There you go.
Yeah.
I brought him in. I brought him in for the second podcast in a row. We're going to bring up the Canadian astronaut.
A fucking legend, that guy.
I'm still saying that if him and Survivor Man got in the same room, they would explode. So, Saltesk, let's talk about something, and it actually is a fucking great segue, and I didn't even mean to do it. So let's talk about, since we were talking about the International Space Station and Chris Hadfield, let's talk about Kate Upton Zero Gravity titties.
Oh God.
Man. And how you don't like them.
But before we start, Kate Upton,
you gotta make your peace.
We're talking about segways. In Australia, segways are actually illegal unless you have them on private property.
Do you know that the inventor of Segway rode a Segway off a cliff and died?
Awesome.
You know that, right?
Awesome. Fucking awesome.
Like, that's just
if you're going to invent something, let it kill you,
stuff.
and you will go down in history. That's it.
I mean, isn't that the most fucking ironic death you've ever heard of in your life? That the dude that invented the Segway...
It'll keep you upright. It's all sweet and safe, and then just...
That is nuts.
He probably dropped further than Kate Upton's boobs.
Oh, man. But I know you have an opinion about Kate Upton. So let's hear... Well, you know what? I'm going to tell you what I thought about the video. And I love Kate Upton. I think she's very beautiful, and I think she has very voluptuous boobies. And I would love to put my face in them and go... But the video sucked. The video had nothing.
It did.
I think there was a poor representation of what the video should have been, and I think if it was the video I wanted it to be, you would have liked it better. You would have changed your mind possibly, Kate Upton, because I think a zero G sort of element is like the perfect combination.
Let's all the fucking.
It's just
let's all the mass just float around, and
whoever chose her bikini made it like too tight, and it was just holding her breasts like just up on her, and her breasts look fake and not real, and that's not the point of putting it in a weightless environment.
Here's the thing: a real bikini
she should have been moving them. She should have been like smacking them.
A real bikini model, which they're literally, I could go fucking down to the Gold Coast, the sunny coast from where I live, and I could find 100 of them. A real bikini model can wear a fucking bikini no matter what it is. No problems. But this girl...
Oh, you're so full of shit.
No. Hey. Come to Australia, bro.
Oh, well, I would love, honestly, like, out of all the places I want to visit in this world before I die, and I'm not going to visit any of them. I'm barely going to visit Connecticut, let alone Australia. But Australia is, like, second to like only New Zealand. Like, and if Lord of the Rings was not shot in New Zealand, I would not want to go there. But since it was and it was awesomely beautiful, I want to go there.
I can honestly say that my girlfriend has a way better body than Kate Upton.
Well, we're just going to have to put her in the zero-G environment and then just put this up to test. That's the only way to prove it. So, you know what?
Well,
you need to figure out how Lance Bass...
Everyone donate on the site.
Yeah, everyone donate to the website.
And we'll get my girlfriend up in a zero-G
site. You're going to have all the Spike Nation conspiracy theorist guys on here thinking, But we'll get into that on the next podcast.
No, I think people that are into Kate Upton, they love their tits, but they don't realize that Kate Upton's tits suck. They suck.
It's not even like the best part about her. It's like her waistline and her like pot belly. You know, like that scene from fucking Pulp Fiction where the French girl's like tapping her belly and she's like, "I wish I had a pot belly." And this is why you have the pot belly, because it's so perfect, man. And like, you're talking to the wrong guy, because I'm basically Kanye West. Yeah, I'm a white Kanye West.
Kim Kardashian is like way hotter than Kate Upton, and she's not hot.
First of all, I don't think Kim Kardashian's like tremendously hot, but I would.
She's not, but she is hotter.
But Kate Upton is way. Are you? You really are just... I don't know you. You're not the same person that I spoke to for an hour before this.
Have you seen my comment in that video? It's true.
My God.
You look at that picture.
You know what? Who won Douchebag of the Year? You're definitely putting it up for 2014 just with this comment alone. Oh.
Only for that guy. I mean, girl.
So who's your perfect celebrity?
Actually,
don't list some Australian person I don't know.
Well, actually, here's the thing for me. Even though she's starting to show age, is Jessica Alba, and
she's so fucking. I hate Penny.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing.
She's good, but
No, here's the thing. Okay.
You saw Into the Blue and you got booty.
No. It starts before that. When I was a kid,
Idle Hands.
There was like a modern Flipper TV show on. She was in it, and when I was a kid, I was like, oh my god, this girl is so goddamn pretty. I was like, oh, love her. And I didn't even realize, and then like there was like, Jessica Alba news, like, oh fuck, she's fucking fine. And I was like, oh, I love this girl. And then next thing you know is like, I found out that she fucking has like 3 pugs.
She has 3 babies too. Like, ugh,
well,
like,
yeah, I mean,
like a MILF now. She probably has grandkids.
Well, yeah.
All right, well,
she has pugs.
Hey guys, sorry about the abrupt ending. We're gonna have to take a quick little break before part 2. But you can take this time to remember to donate on the top left of the homepage, because of people like you that make Spike Nation such a great, wonderful, and romantic place to be. So please, if you got some extra cash, consider donating. Now, back to part 2. And we're back with Saltus, and we're talking about Kate Upton, and I was getting very, very angry at you, Salt, because I think that you might have had too many porters, and I think they might have gone to your head, because Kate Upton's a very beautiful person, and I don't see how you can say that Kim Kardashian is a more attractive person than her, and I don't trust you now.
No, it's true. Kim Kardashian is not an attractive person at all, but she is more attractive. And this is me drunk off beer. So I've got the beer goggles on.
And this is honesty. This isn't like, oh, it's got to be different. I got to be a hipster Australian, Look, it's perfect because you actually have crickets in the background, so
it's
by
true.
being silent and just hear crickets go.
It's so fucking hot. You should see this, like, as soon as the sun drops, the crickets, no shit, in this place gets deafening over the microphone. I've been like gaming with mates, and like mates
I thought you said ganging, or something like. I thought you were trying to say that you bang a lot of dudes. That's. I was trying to make a joke, but.
Certainly not, sir.
That's quite above you. You're gaming. Okay, gaming with a bunch of buddies. I get it. Sorry.
No, but...
hold on. I'm just going to use this to segue into our next topic.
Oh, yeah.
About... This is like perfect today. I don't know what's going on. But speaking of gaming, how would you feel, sir, if you're just sitting at home playing your Nintendo Wii, which I don't... First of all, who the fuck gets a Wii U? And like in this day and age, I mean, come on,
about 130 people in the world, maybe.
Who the fuck gets a Wii U? I mean, whoever buys the Wii U should be shot anyway. But I mean, I don't want to go there. But speaking of that, so you're playing your Wii U in your nice air-conditioned house, and all of a sudden you hear a knock on the door from your friendly neighborhood police officer woman. You open the door, and guess what? She fucking shoots you dead. So how would you feel about that, sir?
I'd be pretty pissed off, like, to be honest.
Pretty pissed off, too, right?
Yeah,
and
it's pretty shitty.
Most of America is right now. At least most of the people are pissed off at America. Because, if this shit happens in any other country, no one will hear about it. But it happens in America, so we're going to talk.
See, that's the problem. In America, there's, 307?
This is like every other day to me. Like, this isn't news to me.
Man, what's the population of America? It's like 370 million or something like that?
I'm just going to say it's 4.5 billion because I have no fucking clue. But I know that's not. I'm just joking. I'm not that dumb. I hear crickets again. You better say something.
I'm just thinking.
You better fucking cover my ass.
Is that like that's like almost the entire world?
Yeah, no. I was making a joke.
But it's almost about right. I think there's around 370
America runs the world, at least the Illuminati does, of course. So, if the Illuminati runs America, then they run the world. Then America runs the world. There you go.
Well, until you guys fucking fail and you all want to be like, hey, Australia's sweet, we got hot chicks.
You know what? I'd rather live in Australia right now. Because you guys get paid a lot of money.
Oh yeah, we get.
I just want to go there, work for the money, and then take a $15,000 flight back home, or however much it would cost in Australia.
Well, $1,400 return to LA is just like pocket change.
So you're playing your Wii U, and I don't know what game you're playing. What game is there? You're playing the remake of the game.
All 3 games on Wii U.
You're playing the Wind Waker, which was a mediocre Zelda game that came out 7 years ago. So you're playing Wind Waker on your Wii U, and you paid fucking good money for that remake, $60. You kidding me? So you answer your door, and you get shot by a police officer because she thinks that you have a gun, and it's a Wii remote. And are we talking the old? Is it a Wii U? Because if the kid was playing a Wii, and it's not even a Wii U, I don't even know what to say at this point. Like, I'm more baffled by the fact that he owned a Wii, because a Wii U remote, I haven't seen it that much, but it's that big spaceport thing, so there's really no confusing that with a gun.
Well, I mean, it's white, it's in his hand, clearly.
It's attached to his hand.
Yeah. Good,
Unless he was a rebel.
It's got a wrist strap on it and everything like that.
Yeah.
Clearly it is a killing weapon. And I think the cop made the right. I think the cop made the right choice.
This would have never happened if he bought an Xbox. He had an Xbox remote. I can guarantee that. Even the PS4 has that bright light on it. You could have, waved it in front of the officer. Definitely told him it's not a gun. But I don't know.
I think what's probably most disturbing is that cop is probably going to get away with it, no problems.
Kid. Well, listen, it's that argument you can't argue. Like she, honestly, I don't think she had the intent of killing a kid, but you fucking, you got to be on edge because, believe it or not, America's fucking dangerous. All right, and then you have this.
That's because everyone has guns.
Want to know something fucking funny? We were talking about Xbox, and I turned my Xbox on. So hold on, this is going to be very professional. Xbox, turn off. Yes. I can't believe that shit turned on because I don't want the background noise. It's playing Friday. It's the scene where the dad's in the bathroom in 45 minutes. That's a good scene to pop on. All right, so what were we talking about before Microsoft decided to spy on this conversation we were having?
We're talking about a kid getting fucking drilled down in the ground with bullets because he was holding a Wii U control like his home security is a good.
I think we've come to the conclusion that it was a Wii controller because I don't think anyone, even a cop, could come and confuse a Wii U remote.
Who knows?
So let's get down to specifics.
Maybe the day before he might have threatened to an opponent player that he was gonna fucking kill them. It could be a terrorism thing.
He was like, I bought this fucking Wii U and it sucks dick, and I'm gonna fucking kill every person on this planet. I would feel the same way.
Maybe the cop thought that if she shot him, it'd be cool if she killed him. He would still have 2 lives left. He
was putting him out of his misery, He was like, kill me. It was suicide by cop. We really shouldn't be joking about it as much as we should. As I like to joke about it, there is a fucking 17-year-old kid that's dead.
It's fine because I'm Australian and it's not my country, and Australians are really brazen and rude. So it's fine. You bad man. Bad man.
It's like it's like I could never be a cop because it's like I'd be so fucking edgy. I don't even know where this was. I think it was, I'm just going to take a guess because I don't have the video running. I think it was in Detroit. And I don't know what you've heard.
Please don't tell me this kid was black.
No, it's like if it was black, the fucking streets would be on fire. You'd have the president fucking doing announcements about it. Like if this kid was black, there'd be way more outrage. And I'm not even trying to be racist. I'm just trying to be fucking honest. This is the way America works.
How society runs, yeah.
Yeah, like, it's not even about racism. It's about who's going to get more ratings on the TV. It's all about money. White people are going to watch a show more about the implications that a person got murdered over racism than a white kid just getting murdered because a cop had a trigger-happy weapon. And that's all this was I think I don't recall, but I think it was a person, they were getting called to kick the ex-boyfriend out, and he was armed with a weapon. So she's coming on edge. She should have had backup. She should have never gone in there by herself, especially, we don't like to admit it, but, a woman cop, I'm not even trying to be. It's just, Adam Carolla does a really good rant about how like women firemen try to be equal, but it's like, you can't. It's just evolution does not agree with you. Like you're not gonna.
That's it. It was a male cop or anyone from the Spike Nation community would be like run there with like guns pointed out, and they were like, oh sweet, that's a Wii U controller. Oh dude, what game has he got?
No game. Wind Waker is the only fucking game. You don't have to. That's no guessing game.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh no! Wait, no. They have the new. Honestly, we're busting on the Wii U a lot too. Besides the fact that it's a piece of shit, it has that new Super Mario game that I did play, and it was pretty good. But yeah. So I mean, I don't want to get into it that much because that's not the kind of podcast I run here.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, I guess it boils down to there's way too many guns here. And we should be like Australia and just turn them in. And I'm cool with that because everyone has guns have turned into the most delinquent hobby I've ever seen. People fucking post so many pictures of their fully automatic assault rifles. It's like, why, dude?
I'll be honest with you. I mean, we fucking turned them all in, and
you got money for them too, right?
But we still have them available.
Did they pay double
for sport and for hunting when we gotta hunt some shit and all that sort of stuff. It's still completely available. But
I would love like a Winchester rifle. That's the only thing I would buy, like a nice old fucking Winchester rifle. It's so beautiful. Like I like some guns. I just don't understand. There's like it's like if the thing that's happening in this country is that they're making a stand. If they give in to one thing, then it's going to be a snowball effect of giving into every demand that the left wing throws at the gun enthusiast. I don't want to take away every person's gun. Because they do, in my country, whether I like it or not, it is fucking part of the dumb Constitution. Ugh. And,
the Constitution is good, but it's in an idea
it's good in
that,
fucking 1700s.
Yeah, when there was a much smaller population at
we
the time.
evolve fucking, like, our brain almost can't comprehend the fast-paced environment that we're evolving in. That's why, like,
you got to remember, when the population expands, that means there's more assholes, and then more and more and more and more assholes. And if you give them the exact same chances as what good people have,
So give me a little rundown. We'll do this off the cuff to fill out a couple more minutes. But what's in Australia? You got Prime Minister?
Yes, we have. Well,
who's your prime minister? Because I could not tell you.
Jesus Christ, who is it right now? Fucking Tony Abbott. Seriously, we're going through like this fucking political thing where normally prime minister goes through like a term period. In the last one, we went from fucking Kevin Rudd, who's a pretty good guy. Got overthrown by some chick who fucking sucked, and then some other guy came in.
Sounds like a wrestling match.
Oh, it just comes down to the whole thing, like, chicks shouldn't be world leaders. No, I'm kidding.
Oh man, we're railing on the girls today on this podcast. I'm telling them they can't be police officers and firemen, and you're telling them they can't be elected officials, and we are just definitely a male-dominated podcast here. I think we do have one female listener, probably Gelfling, that's probably fuming right now, like smashing her keyboard on the floor, like what the fuck.
They've just hit the X button to close the window.
Oh man, so. Well, Saltus, we're wrapping up on our end of our podcast, and I think we covered a lot.
We did.
Was there anything that stood out to you on the Spike Nation website you want to talk about, or is that you think we did everything good today? You think we did a good job?
I think we did a fucking fantastic job, and
I'm thinking. Wait, let's do a shout out to the TV wardrobe malfunction because we watched that video together before this, and it has boobies in it.
Oh,
and
God, that chick's great. Yeah,
that chick's hot.
Yeah,
that Spanish chick's hotter than Kate.
And it was totally on purpose.
Yeah. Oh, ratings ploy galore.
No,
it worked though.
Yeah.
Made Spike Nation pages, and we all know how hard that is. So, Saltus, thank you for joining me on the Spike Nation Weekly Podcast. Thank you for all your support, and thank you for everything you do on the Spike Nation website.
No worries. And everyone, keep it cool and be fucking rad to each other. That's all we're all about.
What movie is that from? I think that's from a movie. It's like Bill and Ted, probably.
If it's not,
at the end of
the movie, I'm making a one.
It was like at the end of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. It was like, be cool and be excellent to each other, and like that's.
If it was Bill and Ted, it's probably like, be cool and be bodacious.
Oh, I love Bill and Ted. I'm just gonna
bodacious. That's a word we got to bring back.
Well, thank you for joining us on the Spike Nation Bodacious podcast. And Saltes, I will talk to you later.
I need another beer.
I know. I don't think you need any more beer, sir.
Oh, certainly. I've got like fucking 4 left.
And for everyone still listening, thank you for listening to Spike Nation Weekly Podcast. And join us next week. And to all of you, I bid you adieu.
Adieu.
Adieu. Well, Spike Nation, thank you so much for listening to another episode of the Spike Nation Weekly Podcast. I want to personally thank my guest, Saltes, for joining us this week. This week's music submission comes from Muchos Munchbagger. The band is called Found Subjects, and this song is called Slow Cooker. Remember, if you have any bands you would like to promote, please send them in the link below. Thank you so much for listening. And remember, if it's not spiked, don't drink it.
Leave your hand